As we get ready for the second half, Oklahoma had a big advantage on the glass, 20-10. But as you mentioned, Coach, the turnovers costly, and Kansas State with 19 points off turnovers.
Well, and those are shots you don't get.
And right away, they go to the hottest man on the court, Rodney Magruder, who adds 2 more. And he's got 13 and the biggest lead for the Wildcats.
That is definitely not going to sit well with Coach Kruger. You must keep Rodney Magruder from touching the basketball.
Pledger couldn't find the handle. Hornbeak. He'll throw it up, expecting an offensive rebound. They didn't get it. And then a whistle and a foul. This one called against Osby. Let's check out our numbers from the first half, and you'll see that Oklahoma, because of the fact that they turned it over so much, just couldn't keep pace.
Dave, it would be an even game if they don't turn it over 11 times because they're shooting 50% from the floor. But credit that to Kansas State's ball-hawking defense.
Both these teams, the top of the pack in the Big 12 in terms of defense and limiting outside shooting. And we thought that the team that got hot the first would be the one that would explode in this contest, and that's exactly what happened when Rodney Magruder went crazy in the last 3 minutes of the half.
Your seniors have to make plays to win in conference action. Rodney Magruder started slow, but didn't force the action and then caught fire. Stephen Pledger still waiting to string a couple of baskets together.
Hield with the ball now. He was a leading scorer for OU in that first half, also a leading rebounder. Osby, wonder if he'll get going in the second half. Well, instead, he thought Hield was going to be in the corner, and he wasn't. Another turnover for OU. That one unforced.
Well, Hield was heading in for an offensive rebound opportunity. He anticipated Osby's shot. Poor communication on the offensive end.
Osby, the leading scorer for OU, and yet he has been held in check so far today. That one tipped out of bounds by Hield. It'll stay with K-State. Rodriguez. He goes into the land of the Giants, comes up empty. Here comes Pledger. Hornbeak gives it up. Whistle and a foul first. Foul here called on Gibson.
Number 42, Kansas State, Thomas Gibson is back for his first foul. Team foul number 1.
That's the first on Gibson.
You can see on the bump came before the hook by the offensive player.
Southwell holds his ground. Then Hield is right there at the right spot at the right time. Rodriguez again going into that land of the Giants. This time the foul call, and it looks like they've got Osby
going to the offensive glass. The freshman Hield cleans it up. You've got to box out bodies if you're Kansas State. Doesn't matter if they're a guard or a forward, they're all going to the glass.
Angel Rodriguez, just 2 points so far today. He started the last 3 after missing a couple of games with injury. I think one of his best games came against Oklahoma State when he had 8 assists in that game. He's been 6 assists today.
Well, he's been very solid on the defensive end as well, forcing turnovers and wreaking havoc.
3 steals today for Angel Rodriguez. So when you look at the box score, sometimes you have to look beyond the numbers, folks, as far as points. And you have to say, well, what else did he do to contribute? With 6 assists, 3 steals, getting them going offensively, he's contributed a great deal so far today.
Dave, you judge your point guard by a couple of metrics. 1, assist, but 2, also the type of shots that your team gets in the half court.
There's Pledger. Will that be the one to get him going today? A 3-pointer. He didn't have much room to shoot that. Southwell looking inside, nothing there. Now Rodriguez with 14 on the shot clock. Rodriguez, he gets into the paint. Fitzgerald grabs the rebound. There's Ahmad Mbai, no contact at all. And back-to-back buckets by the Sooners have drawn them back to within 5. A 9-2 run for OU. Magruder, no. Rebound, Rodriguez. And then a reach-in foul on Buddy Hield.
Kansas State
That'll be the first on Hield.
I'm sorry, Dave. Kansas State very solid in transition defense first half. Second half, a little slow getting back, lack of communication, and Hield makes the Wildcats pay with the pass inside.
Hield whistled with that first foul, the team's third foul here in the second half. Magruder. Southwell. Back to Magruder, who's open for 3. No, he knew it was off. He started going for the rebound as soon as it left his hand. And a reach-in foul here on Martavius Irving. That'll be the second team foul on K-State this half, and the first on Irving. Pledger. Good rebound by Enriquez. Bad pass from Martavius Irving. He really hit Bruce Weber, his coach, in stride. Not who he was looking for. We're back after this from our friends at Phillips 66. Rodney Magruder applied a lot of pressure on the Oklahoma Sooners in that first half. Bruce Weber's team, though, letting OU get back in this game just a little bit. They had a 10-point lead just moments ago, and a 7-2 run by OU to get them back within 5. And it's Oklahoma with the basketball with Coach Z. I'm Dave Armstrong. Glad to have you courtside with us here at Bramlage Coliseum in Manhattan. Swatted out of there by Enriquez.
Enriquez comes from way on the weak side. Great timing by the big lefty. That is the understanding of team defense. The only guy who can hurt you is the guy with the ball. Enriquez took it away.
Another block by Enriquez, this time on Hield. Here comes Irving. Tough shot. Spradling has to stop, jump stop in transition. That's a tough shot, Coach, because all your momentum is heading forward. Tough to gauge the distance on that. Mbai tries a 3. He's only 1 for 9 all year on three-pointers. And they go for that rebound.
Defense ignites offense for the Wildcats. Here, Enriquez with his second block in 2 straight possessions. And then Irving. Nice little drop off to Spradling. And as you mentioned, Spradling able to negotiate the catch, the stop in the shot.
Another inbounds play where Kansas State falls asleep and Mbai makes them pay.
It's the second time today that they've gotten that play for a basket.
Interesting, you got 2 big guys banging in the middle, both starters last year in Andrew Fitzgerald of Oklahoma and Jordan Enriquez of Kansas State. That'll be over and back. Coach Weber thought it was tipped.
Well, the ball was deflected. The question is, did Irving's momentum carry him over the half-court line?
Right there it's tipped, but he touches it here and then goes over the line.
Exactly. Once he puts the ball on the deck after the deflection, it now becomes Kansas State's possession again, thus the over and back.
If he had waited till the ball goes across,
He would have been
half
fine.
court, he'd have been fine. Of course, you also are gambling that the OU defender doesn't get to it first.
Absolutely.
Well, I love the defense in this game, Coach. Both teams. Shot clock is at 5. Fitzgerald. That barely caught iron. Here comes Spradling. And that's a travel on the part of Jordan Enriquez. A rare turnover for Bruce Weber's team. For the defensive comparison for these two teams, you can kind of slice it by a microscope.
Well, both Bruce Weber and Lon Kruger have built their careers on creating solid defensive foundations, and you can see the numbers this year. And both teams play great team defense, very good help side, and we saw that last couple of possessions with Enriquez with a couple of blocks.
Mbai trying to get it inside, and he turns it over. Has K-State turned it up a notch defensively? It looks that way.
Well, the wrong guys are handling the ball on the perimeter.
Spradling settles his feet and nails a three. Timeout, Oklahoma. Spradling having a breakthrough game here today. Another three-pointer for the junior from Overland Park. And Kansas State is up the ante to an 8-point lead. Well, Will Spradling has had a breakthrough afternoon with 11 points. First time he's been in double figures in a while. We go inside the play. Coach Z.
This possession will make Bruce Weber very happy. All 5 guys in action. We saw Spradling come off the screen, but it's Southwell screening for Magruder as well, giving Irving 2 options. Spradling on his left, Magruder on his right. That's great movement without the basketball.
Both those guys are in double figures. In fact, so too is Southwell with 10 points in this contest. Magruder has 13, and now Spradling with 11. Most points for Will Spradling since he had 11 against South Dakota. His season-high 17 came in that great win against Florida. Here's Cousins for 3, way off target. Isaiah Cousins just 6 of 25 this year from three-point land.
Oklahoma in a zone defense. Little 3-2 trying to get Kansas State out of rhythm.
Crowd wanted a foul call as Spradling was knocked down after the shot. Nothing called. K-State, though, got a good offensive rebound in the meantime. This one poked away. Southwell saves it. And then a timeout taken by Coach Weber. Well, as the name might suggest, Phillips 66, the proud sponsor of the Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. Both start with Phillips 66 and both stand for performance. Phillips 66, experts in gas since 1927. In this game here in Manhattan today, Kansas State started slowly, and in the end of the first half, they exploded, mostly behind Rodney Magruder. Second half, they've been able to keep OU at arm's length.
Well, OU still turning the basketball over and not getting Stephen Pledger into the play. Hit one shot early in the second half and hasn't hit one since then.
Magruder is on the bench for the first time today. Got a little little bit of a breather. Only at 2 points in the second half. Magruder will stay on the bench, and I guess that's the luxury you have, Coach, when your team is leading by 8.
What's interesting is Oklahoma shows zone, but he's got confidence in his perimeter guys not to put Magruder back in the game after that timeout.
Irving can't hit from the wing. Grooms has got the rebound. It's been a while since OU's had a real good look at the basket. And there, Hield just loses the handle, and then he commits the foul right after that. Second foul called on Buddy Hield. And we've got a timeout in Manhattan. Watch. And as we go down the stretch, though, Doug McDermott and what he has done, hitting better than 50% of his three-pointers this year for Creighton. He's not playing because he's the coach's kid.
He is the most efficient player in college basketball today. As you mentioned, 50% from the three, 85 from the line, over 50 from the floor.
See, Rodney Magruder is back in there against this zone. Spradling drives baseline, back out to Magruder for three. That's short. And the rebound by Isaiah Cousins. Well, the zone, you'd have to say, so far has slowed K-State. Last three possessions, they've come away empty. The question is, can they somehow get the big guys free for Oklahoma? Osby's done nothing today. Mbai not much. Fitzgerald and Clark have also been stymied. And there's yet another turnover. This one from Sam Grooms. With a turnover so costly for a team. Lon Kruger's Sooners normally very efficient. Not today.
They only averaged 10.7 turnovers a game. Already 15 in this. But Kansas State doing a very good job of following Coach Weber's emphasis. Must play their best help side defense.
Enriquez, he can make this a three-point play. That was good movement against the zone.
You beat the zone by coming from behind the defender's head. Spradling comes right in that little niche area between the front line and the back line. It freezes the back line. Enriquez with a chance for a three-point play.
Enriquez can't hit the free throw, and that's not been unusual this year. He's just 11 of 38 from the line. That's less than 30%. Whistle on a foul. This one on Spradling. He wasn't set. And that'll be the second on Will Spradling. Bruce Weber's team has really put the clamps down on OU. Their offense has been stymied in the last 5 minutes of this game. Clark. That would have counted had it gone. He's hit on the arm. I think Nino Williams is the one that got him. It is.
Dave, you talk about K-State's defense. Every scouting report is going to mark at least one. Most scouting reports will mark 2 players to stop in a game. Today it's Pledger and Osby. K-State has limited them to 7 points tonight.
Cameron Clark in this game. That's his first point of the contest. You know, you think coming in that Oklahoma would have an advantage inside. It hasn't played out that way. Still in that zone.
Every guy in the Oklahoma team has got to talk to know where Spradling and Magruder is at all times.
Magruder. They lost him. They weren't talking, Coach.
You don't open your mouth, Magruder makes you pay.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Wildcats. Look at the run by K-State. The fact that OU has only 1 point in that stretch is the real amazing thing. Here's Osby. Absent without leave today. Romero Osby, and he turns it over again, number 16 for OU.
When you're playing zone, everybody has got to communicate. And you can see Spradling stretching it out, fading to the corner. But more importantly, nobody communicates when Magruder comes through on the cut. A definite no-no.
Cousins gets a hand on it. Spradling gets it back. And now, in a sense, the zone works against you a little bit because Kansas State can eat up a lot of clock each possession. I'm not saying to come out of it because it has somewhat stymied their attack, although the last two possessions they've gotten good looks. Spradling tries a three, hit on the arm by Pledger, and Spradling will get 3 free throws.
Every coach's pet peeve. Don't foul the jump shooter. Spradling has been so hot this afternoon that you get a little anxious sometimes.
Last guy you want to put on the line is Will Spradling, an 87% free throw shooter. I knew I'd jinx him. As soon as you say somebody is great at the line, that's when they miss. He'll hit this one and give Kansas State a 14-point advantage. Remember, they trailed by 5 once upon a time. A 10-1 run by the Wildcats. Well, Kansas State just playing great Team D right now. Isaiah Cousins able to wiggle his way inside. First field goal for OU in over 4 minutes. That was a heads-up play by Angel Rodriguez. He knew he had Cousins on his hip, and he just slowed and let Cousins run into him.
Smart play by Rodriguez. Cousins trying to turn up the heat on Rodriguez. Gets a little anxious.
This is a 1-and-1 opportunity. That was the 7th team foul on OU. Rodriguez, an 81% free throw shooter. He'll get the bonus. 7 assists today for Angel Rodriguez, who along with 4 steals. K-State keeps expanding the lead. A little better movement now by OU. Count that basket by Grooms, and he'll go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
Good spacing. Creates the dribble penetration, and Grooms able to finish over Enriquez.
Jordan Enriquez with the foul. Just his first, 5th team foul on K-State this half. Sam Grooms at the line. Senior out of Greensboro, North Carolina, by way of Chipola Junior College. Started all 31 games a year ago. Hasn't started a single game this year. First it was Isaiah Cousins getting the start, and of late it's been Buddy Hield.
Look for Oklahoma to press on a made free throw, try and get after him.
Free throws have been few and far between for OU today. That's only their 3rd free throw attempt all day. And they've missed all 3. And we've got a timeout on the court with the Wildcats holding an 11-point advantage. We're back after this from our friends at Phillips 66.
Is going to be a player the Big 12 is going to hear about for a lot of years. Here he impacts the game in so many different ways. An assist inside, and then this 6'3" forward, one of the best rebounders in the conference. Also, very good handle on the basketball. Over almost 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio over the last 5 games.
Log on to CapitalOneCup.com. Vote for this week's Impact Performance. And Buddy Hield with another good day. Solid performance today. 8 points, 10 rebounds to go along with 3 assists today for Buddy Hield. And they've said, too, that Hield is not only a good player, but he's changed the culture at Oklahoma. He's so positive every day. He sings songs at breakfast, and he's really become a vocal leader on this Oklahoma team.
He has a very infectious personality.
Osby finally aggressive to the basket. Romero Osby, he only has 4 points in this game. Guy who's their leading scorer, averaging almost 14 a contest, coming off a game in which he had 17 points.
K-State has limited Osby and Pledger to only 7 field goal attempts tonight.
Rodriguez looked like he walked not once but twice. Osby has the rebound here off the miss from Southwell. Poked away by Angel Rodriguez. It'll stay with OU. Pesky. That'd be the word to describe Angel Rodriguez today.
He's one of those guys that you like to have on your team on the defensive end, but you really don't like to play against.
Yeah. K-State's done a good job bottling up Pledger today. Tough shot there for Clark. Cousins, he gets the rebound into Osby. Boy, a good heads-up play by Isaiah Cousins.
Oklahoma doing solid work on the glass all afternoon.
Don't look now, but look at this run by OU to get back within 7. And they're out of their zone now, too.
Well, Dave, that last offensive possession for Kansas State was a little disjointed. Credit that to going from zone to man.
Shot clock is down to 8. Blocked with 1 on the shot clock.
Kansas State substitution number 55, Phyllis Bramlage.
This will be a catch and shoot. Must be a catch and shoot for the Wildcats. And a timeout taken here by K-State. Today's Big 12 Network game has been brought to you by Phillips 66, experts in gas since 1927. By the new Buick Enclave, it's smart made beautiful. By USAA, proudly serving the financial needs of the military, veterans, and their families. And by Whataburger, proud to serve it hot and fresh, 24 hours a day. Well, the Sooners trying to come back in this contest behind their coach, Lon Kruger, who is 4-2 lifetime against his alma mater. But today, it's Kansas State, who came back from a 5-point disadvantage to lead here in the second half. Now, it's all the momentum is riding with OU. And we'll see what answers that Kansas State has, but only 1 on the shot clock here. This will be a catch-and-shoot inbounds play. Magruder. They had a good look at it, didn't they?
They got a great play, just didn't go in.
Grooms. K-State lucky there that Oklahoma did not score.
Oklahoma's been much more aggressive to the basket, like Rodriguez.
What a great hesitation move by Angel Rodriguez. Osby quickly double teamed. Pledger nails a 3.
Dave, the last 4 possessions, Oklahoma has had much better spacing. They've brought their post guys out to the 3-point line, and it's created some driving lanes.
Under 5 to go. Pledger, by the way, with 5 points in the game now. Spradling from the corner. Got it! Huge bucket for the Wildcats. You're going to look to see if this was a 2 or a 3.
I don't know if it was a 2 or a 3, but it's a great read by Will Spradling. Defensive man goes over the top of the screen. He reacts and fades to the corner. And it looks like...
Right there, he's behind the line for sure, but he might step in right there. I don't know if his right foot was on the line or not. Tough to tell. They're kind of blocked by the defender.
Dave, for the last couple months, everybody's talked about, who have followed Kansas State basketball, how this motion offense is developing. And it's so important for players to learn to read and react. And what you saw in that last possession is a perfect example. Read the defender who's guarding you and react to it. He read that the guy went over. That calls for a fade, and he gets a wide open look.
Not sure we've seen a definitive look so far, but it looked like on that last one that Spradling's right foot maybe was touching the line. Take a look at it again from this angle. At least here we don't have a defender blocking us, so this will be better. We focused in on it. I don't know. Now from that look, it looks like his toe is behind the line.
Looks like there's a little bit of daylight.
Yep.
Well, they say he's touching it.
So after looking at it there, the officials decide that that's a 2-pointer. Tough call. I mean, that's millimeters. 2-pointer, though, for Spradling. And again, offensively, another good look for K-State, and they have an 8-point advantage. Boy, in this very tough Big 12 conference, historically, you just got to protect your home court. And so, having said that, more pressure on K-State here today than on Oklahoma, even though both teams are 3-0 in the conference.
Certainly is. When you look at, if you want to win a championship, right, you must win every game at home and split on the road at the very least.
Osby, more aggressive all of a sudden. That one in and out, no good. There's Mbai. Would have counted had it gone, and he is fouled. That foul is called against Thomas Gibson.
Dave, this is what Kansas State feared. You see where Osby catches the ball outside the three-point line. That brings the 5-man out, creates a driving lane, and takes your best rebounder away from the basket. It was one of the things that Bruce Weber was concerned about with his Oklahoma offense.
Osby's trying to be more aggressive. He's only taken a couple of shots in this game. Mbai at the line, a 70% free throw shooter. A junior transfer from the University of Wyoming. He was the preseason Big 12 newcomer of the year. Double figures now with 10 points here today. His best game yet for Oklahoma came in a game I saw against West Virginia when he scored 19. That was where Oklahoma came back from 12 down late in that game and beat the Mountaineers. Rodriguez. Boy, again, getting himself into the paint. His ability to break down the OU defenders at the top of the key has been a real key for K-State today.
You're afraid to leave shooters, and you give him the wide open driving lane.
Osby again trying to be more aggressive. Pledger will pick this up before a turnover. Trying to split the defense here. Now Osby. Nice move, and Pledger with a nice pass. Boy, K-State just can't deliver that knockout punch. Oklahoma staying in the neighborhood, down 6.
Key for Oklahoma on the defensive end is you can't let Kansas State get comfortable. They're able to hold the ball and swing it from side to side. They become more effective.
Osby, who was slow the entire game, all of a sudden has 8 points now. Rodriguez off a double screen. Last 5 points by Angel Rodriguez. Oklahoma swings the ball, and Kansas State is at every position defensively. Osby is whistled and fouled on the play, but Angel Rodriguez is taking command for the Wildcats, both on the inside and on the outside as well. As Angel Rodriguez guiding the Wildcats to a 9-point advantage. Mark, against Angel Rodriguez and these Wildcats, who, if they can hold off the Sooners, would go to 15-2 and 4-0 themselves. It'll be a battle for first place in the Big 12 Tuesday night here at the Octagon of Doom.
Is there a better place to be a basketball fan than the state of Kansas right now?
I don't think so. I mean, you look at Wichita State, Kansas, Kansas State, all three ranked. And you were telling me earlier, first time since when?
First time since 1964. And that was a preseason poll, so you'd have to go back even further. But Tuesday night, you're on the call, right?
How about that? And Wichita State, we understand, up by 4 over Creighton right now. And that's being played in Wichita. Osby hasn't hit a free throw in this game until now. He has 9 points, and 7 of those coming in the last 4 minutes of this game.
Kansas State has to understand now it's time, score, and situation.
Whistle and a foul called on Mbai, trying to keep Gibson out of the paint. And that'll put Gibson at the line, a 57% free throw shooter in a 1-and-1 opportunity. Take a look at our 6th man of the game, brought to you by Motel 6. And Andrew Fitzgerald's come off the bench for OU with 6 points and a couple of rebounds today.
A young man who started a number of games a year ago and 2 points shy of getting to 1,000.
One of 2 from the line for Gibson. Here comes Oklahoma. Now they need to, coach, be in a bit of a hurry here.
Number 42, Kansas State, Thomas Gibson is called for the foul in his court. It's the 8th Kansas State team foul.
That foul called against Gibson. That's his 4th.
Number 11, Isaiah Cousins returns for Oklahoma.
Team foul number 8 against the Wildcats.
Number 24, Romero Osby.
This will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Romero Osby.
Not a smart foul. You don't want the clock to stop, and you don't want to put one of the best free throw shooters on the line. Osby shooting 84% from the free throw line, although struggling somewhat today.
Osby, a guy that in the Big 12, in the 3 games so far in the Big 12, had averaged 18 points a contest. K-State did a good job of locking him up for the most part. Got lucky with that free throw. Kind of clanked it home.
Shooter's touch.
Yeah.
Stuck it on the back of the rim.
That one was unlucky not to go in.
Well, it prevents Oklahoma from being able to get into their full court press. Coach Bruce Weber has now inserted his 5 best free throw shooters.
Boy, Nina Williams missed Magruder. He was wide open under the basket. But that was that shot and clock that you're looking at, too.
A time scoring situation.
Look at that pass. What a play by Angel Rodriguez.
Perfect possession if you're a K-State fan. 33 seconds off the shot clock, and an easy basket by Magruder.
Angel Rodriguez, when you look at his final line here today, he won't be player of the game, but he really could get some votes. He has done so many good things for the Wildcats.
If you're a young player, you watch Angel Rodriguez keep his head up the entire time, and he's marking Rodney Magruder. Magruder, one of the best at moving without the ball.
Healed at the line, no. And a whistle and a foul on OU trying to battle for the offensive rebound. This foul called against Osby.
Oklahoma, a team that has shot so well from the free throw line over the last 5-6 games, really struggling this afternoon.
Look at that, 5 of 11 today. The Sooners 76% on the year from the line. In the last 9 games, 81%. Here's Shane Southwell. 11 points now for Southwell today. Well, you look at now, the Sooners know their 5-game winning streak is probably coming to a screeching halt in Manhattan here today. And it'll be their first Big 12 loss of the year. They'll drop to 3-1, and a couple of big games coming up. They're home against Texas on Monday, and then they go to Kansas next weekend. Big week as well for K-State. Pledger. Nope. Good rebound, Mbai. Back to Pledger. Whips a pass inside to Osby. And a timeout for Lon Kruger with under a minute to go. 10-point advantage for K-State. Well, let's check out our Geico player of the game. Several candidates for Kansas State, but we're going to go with Will Spradley.
When they were struggling offensively, he ignited them early. Knocking down a 3, scoring in transition, reading screens, and burying jump shots.
2 other candidates as far as I'm concerned, Coach. As I mentioned, Angel Rodriguez, but also Rodney Magruder when he exploded at the tail end of the first half and created some distance for the Wildcats going into the break.
Well, one of the things about Magruder that we haven't talked about tonight is his defensive job on Pledger. Outstanding at both ends of the floor, and he's held Stephen Pledger to only 8 points, as well as scoring well himself.
And Pledger, a head scratcher today for he and these Sooners. As you look at the last 5 games that they've won by at least 9 points in those, but Kansas State able to hold them to 56 points so far in this game. Martavius Irving is held by Heald, and a foul called against Oklahoma will put Irving at the line. That foul is on Heald. And that's 10 team fouls, so Kansas State now in the double bonus. Irving going to the line. He's only attempted 4 free throws all year. He's hit 3 of them. Simply put, the only way Oklahoma can come all the way back here is to hit threes and hope K-State misses free throws.
No, exactly that. Steal the ball on the other end. Maybe hit a quick 3 after a steal. So it's going to be important for Kansas State to understand the value of the possession.
Hornbeak. Osby lucky to get that ball. Tipped out. It'll stay with Oklahoma.
Dave, smart play by Nino Williams.
Yeah.
He knew he couldn't get the rebound. Knock it loose. Run some more clock.
Mbai driving in. Again, Kansas State does not want a foul, and a timeout taken by Lon Kruger. So he has 1 timeout remaining. Well, what a big win this would be for Kansas State to beat a team like Oklahoma that has a number 14 RPI. This will really help. Next Saturday on the Big 12 Network, as we mentioned, a big week for K-State. They will be playing at Iowa State up in Ames, and I'll be at TCU to watch the Baylor Bears, who, by the way, destroyed Hardin-Simmons today, 107-38. Other games in the Big 12 today. Oklahoma State beat Texas Tech 79-45. Purdue, in a non-conference game, beats West Virginia 79-52. And you look at Kansas State, big game on the Big 12 Network Tuesday night. It's the great Sunflower State Showdown with number 4 Kansas. And Angel Rodriguez will go to the line. Oklahoma, as we mentioned, big Monday contest against the Texas Longhorns, who are a little bit angry after letting KU off the hook today. Then they go to Kansas and to Baylor. So that 3-0 start by Lon Kruger's team, I mean, you know, you go, all right, we've got to try to protect home court. If we can, as you mentioned, split our games on the road, you're going to be in the upper half of the Big 12, no question.
And if you're Oklahoma right now, you missed an opportunity today to get a quality road win against a ranked team. And those are things that you need as you're trying to build your resume come tournament time.
Hornbeek three-pointer, no. Southwell's got it. Irving will give it up. Magruder. He wisely will pull it up and is fouled by Heald. Magruder will go to the line. Boy, what a good and impressive win for K-State here today.
It was a solid team effort. They handled every point of emphasis Bruce Weber talked about. Shut down the 2 best scorers, Osby and Pledger. Don't give them easy baskets in transition. And also create some easy opportunities on the offensive end for yourself on your defense. They did all of them this afternoon.
Going to 15-2 on the year. Their only losses to Michigan and Gonzaga. This will be a quality win for the Wildcats against the team, the Sooners. Even though they're not ranked, they're number 14 in the RPI. It's a big win for K-State here today.
This Oklahoma team is going to be an NCAA tournament team. They're young. They're getting better. They've got some good seniors. They're going to win some games, and look for them in March.
That was one Angel Rodriguez should have just let the shooter just go ahead and try the three-point attempt. Instead, Pledger will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws.
Sometimes, Dave, what you teach every day in practice, you can't pull back sometimes. You know, you got to challenge every shot, but time, score, and situation dictates pull back.
When you look at K-State, this will be their 11th straight win this year at home. One of those, of course, at the Sprint Center. And they have won all their home games this year by an average of 20 points. Pledger hits 2 of 3 free throws, cuts the lead to 9. Spradling, a guy they don't want to foul. What a pass. And Tom Brady would like to have a pass like that tomorrow in the NFL. And Kansas State goes to 15-2. Bruce Weber's team beating Lon Kruger's team here today. Great execution by the Wildcats as they win it 69-60, our final score. For Rich Zavosik and our entire Big 12 crew, I'm Dave Armstrong. Don't forget to join us this Saturday at 12:30 for Studio 66 with Doug Bell and Reed Geddes. For more information on the Big 12 Network, log on to ESPNplus.com. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN Regional Television, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports.